Yeah, what does Skippy Prince?
Yeah, what's your Skippy Prince? What?
You either loved it or you hated it.
And you get audiences which are inconceivable these days.
Thank you very much indeed. It is very nice to be back.
It was real people's real stories.
It covered everything. That's life. All human life is there.
We would like to thank everyone who's written to us again this week.
Ba ba ba, ba ba ba.
Blimey, that's a big... Thank you and welcome to That's Life. This is a new program.
It took a huge chunk of my life, 21 years of my life, and if at the beginning of those 21 years I'd thought that that's how long it was going to be, I would have said, hang on, you know, can we really work 7 days a week for 21 years? But I don't regret any of it.
Thank you very much. Good evening. Welcome to That's Life. You are extremely kind. Thank you very much indeed. Very much indeed. Good evening. It's lovely for us to be back with you again.
When you see That's Life, you cannot say it without saying Esther, because That's Life was Esther, and Esther was That's Life.
But it was very much Esther and the boys. And they were all, you know, great talents in their own right, and yet with Esther, they were very much, you know, Esther's sidekicks.
Esther's Boys, how hysterical is this? I mean, you know, all of us now are in our sort of, you know, late 30s, 40s, 50s or whatever, so, and you still go, ah, you were one of Esther's boys. Esther's auto-cuties, we were called one week. Oh, dude, give me a break, you know.
Wasn't our hair long? Unbelievable. And what about Esther's dresses? I mean, just for that, it's worth watching these clips. They're fabulous.
It used to be said that there were three really powerful women in the country: Margaret Thatcher, the Queen, and Esther Rantzen, and not necessarily in that order.
Gentle, modest, unassuming.
She was very, very strong-willed.
Quiet. I tend not to speak until I'm spoken to.
She's powerful and without any kind of restraint.
I don't usually have an opinion about anything.
Such a powerful woman. I was petrified.
And I never think I'm right.
Absolutely terrifying.
Or not.
We had a letter recently from Amanda Bamford, who lives in Glossop. She said,
Why is television so lower class these days? There was a time when you saw quite upper-class people like Katie Boyle and the Duke of Bedford. Now all we get's Joan Collins and Dot Cox. Can you please find some classier people to put on the screen?
so we tried.
One of the first things that That's Life did was to make ordinary people in the street into stars. The Vox Pop, which was the immovable object at the start of every single programme, every week Esther would go out and trudge those mean streets looking for a funny film.
I went out on the streets of Liverpool and Mayfair looking for that elusive species, the British upper classes. Now, I'll tell you what we're talking about. We're talking about class. Clerks. No, class. Class. No, class. Oh, class. Yes. Oh, madam, excuse me. Are you upper class?
Yes.
Hard or soft, if it's a matter of choice?
Soft.
Why?
Don't like the hard.
Well, the British way of life's the hard.
Oh, yes, I know. But, you know, in hard times you go for the hard, but in soft times you
You prefer soft or hard?
I prefer soft. I've got a very delicate body.
Hard?
Yes.
Like this?
Yeah.
Really? Why?
No, because I can play a tune on these better.
You must have spent hours practicing that.
I have, really, in the loo.
I learnt over the years that you had to get very close to people, inside their envelope of space, and talk to them quite intimately.
She used to flirt outrageously with bus conductors, people mending the road, stall holders down Fulham Market.
Oh, that's different.
You like it? How much?
Not a lot.
Can you remember your first kiss?
My first kiss?
Your first kiss.
I can have the second one.
Oh!
We decided to go down posh Bond Street, the other end of the social scale, to see if we could get some good vox pops there.
Gentlemen, you know charades, the game?
Charades? No, I don't.
Yes,
Oh, yes, charades.
And we got a couple of guys, business people, who had, this was quite late on in the afternoon, they'd obviously had a very, very good lunch indeed.
You can then act it out as a charade to your friend, and you see if you can guess it. Would you like to try
friend,
that?
actually.
You always hold hands with strangers, do you?
No, he's only just propping me up.
Do a charade for this gentleman. See if you can guess what it is.
Where's this appearing? Tell me.
BBC One Television. It's the programme called That's Life. Something like that. Susie Face, what in that?
What's her name? Who? Susie Face.
There was one particular series when we discovered Annie Misner. What a star. I think she was 86 when I first met her.
It's brandy and that's whiskey.
You're quite wrong.
Am I? Oh, dear.
Have another go.
Another go.
Now, what do you say that is?
Well, that's brandy and that's whiskey.
No, that's whiskey and that's brandy.
That's whiskey and that's brandy.
No, that's whiskey and that's brandy.
Do you want me to taste the game? That was good.
That was brandy.
No, that's excellent sufficiency.
Good.
That was brandy. That'll do me the world of good.
That was whiskey.
Oh, that was good. Makes you feel so frisky. Cheers, everybody.
And she became a regular, Annie, and a much-loved person.
People still say, how's that little old lady? And I have to say, I'm afraid she died. But she had 6 years of real stardom. Opening fates, giving her autograph. Much loved.
Your husband, when you were irritated with him?
I would call him a packer. Really? Yes. Or a sod.
If you think about it, we were the original pop stars, we're the original pop idol, all this fantastic, we're the original driving school, all this idea of putting real people on telly, we used to do that years ago.
It was the people's programme. Sorry about the cliche, but that's what it was. That's what it felt like on screen. Its rough edges, its unpredictability, its vulgarity.
It was for the people. It sounds like the American Declaration of Independence or something, but it was actually, it was by the people, for the people, in a sense that all the material for the programme came from viewers, every single thing.
We used to get about 10,000 letters a week at the peak. 10,000 letters, imagine that. All in huge black bin bags, and all of them were red.
I don't think that there was ever a time when anybody said to a viewer, oh, that's not our kind of thing. Because everything was our kind of thing.
Mrs. Hammett from Tidworth sent us the carrot, who couldn't wait.
And Mr. Yates has sent me an unlikely story from the Falkirk Herald. News has just come in that detectives are looking for vandals who smashed up all the toilet seats at police headquarters. These spokesmen said we had nothing to go on.
The programme was a national institution.